Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Amber. This is my first video. I'm super excited to get to do this. I have really felt called in my heart to speak on single motherhood, and just like the ins and outs of it, and the notion and the ideas that people try to put on it through social media, the things they have to say, the negative connotation that tries to get placed onto single mothers, and really look at it from a biblical mindset, biblical viewpoint, and the things that God has spoken to me in my time as a single mom. So I have been on this journey for 11 years. I was married, got divorced, and after that time became 100% a single mom. I've been raising my son on my own, and we've had a very beautiful life. As contrary to what people want you to believe, God has a beautiful, when you allow him to, and when you really let God direct your life, there's a beautiful grace that he can put over your life in the season of single motherhood, or if it's a lifetime, whatever it might be. And that's something that I've prayed over my son since he was very young. Like, God, you know the situation we're in, and I know God hates divorce, and God wouldn't have wanted a family to break up, but in this instant, it was something that had to happen. And so in this instance, God is able to give us a grace that covers, And so on social media, when there's so much negative talk, and there's all the backlash, and all this is what your kid will become if you're a single mom, or there's no hope, or there's no, don't expect a good life. I tune all of that out 100%, because I am only listening to what God has called me to, and what God says about me, and what God says about my son. And so for me, I have so much hope in single motherhood, and it's not that I would want this to be forever. Like, I pray and I hope that one day God sees fit for me to be married again, but in the meantime, and regardless, God has taken care of us to such a degree that is just so beautiful. And I really place my son back into God's hands, because I do agree, like, I can't teach him to be a man, but I can teach him how to treat a woman. I can teach him how to be a good person, just overall. And so a lot of the talk on social media, and even I've done content on like TikTok and Instagram, and the comments I got specifically from men were just so rude and so nasty and so ugly, and just like a lot of blaming me, the person who stayed, and the person who is taking accountability and taking care of my son and loving every second of it. And oftentimes there's not a lot of accountability for men, or the parent that leaves, the parent that doesn't stay. It's like, well, you should have chose better, you should have knew better, you should have decided better. And while I do take accountability in saying I didn't let God lead me in that season of my life, yeah, I really didn't, but I do think two people should always be accountable for a child that they make. But this is really, my channel really wants to focus on the mothers and the people who are in it day in and day out, doing the work, raising their children in the highs and in the lows. And I want to be a beacon of hope, a beacon of light, to tell you the things that God has spoken to me, has shown me, the way he's walked through us in this season so gracefully. My son and I have been in 4 continents together. We've traveled so many places together. We have experienced so many experiences that people would tell a single mom, that can never be the case for you. Well, why can't it? Because to me, God is my father, and to him, I teach him, God is also your father. Because the thing that you have to know is, people in general will let you down. That's just a fact. People will let you down. And so our parents are, even me as a parent, like, I can do the best that I can do, but I will let him down to some extent. And we have to have a heavenly father that we can lean on, that we know he can never let us down. He is always there for us. And so as I've been teaching my son those lessons, I also want to bring hope to single mothers and let them know, like, there is a grace for single motherhood. You do not have to take in the content that tells us you're worthless, that tells us that we are low-hanging fruit, that tells us that no one will want us, that tells us that we don't stand a chance, as a single mom, because we do. What does God call you? Who does God say you are? God said we are fearfully and wonderfully made. God said, I will supply all your needs according to my riches and glory. God said that he has will work all things out for the good of those who are called according to his purpose. And so those are the promises that I believe over myself and I believe over my son. And I will not allow anyone else to speak into who I can be and who he can be and what our destinies look like. That is a position I've strictly given to God. No one else gets to have and hold that position. And so I know there are moms who get down on themselves, or they even allow themselves to intake a lot of that content that is negative towards single moms. And it's okay to look within ourselves and hold ourselves accountable for the times that maybe we didn't know our worth, or we never should have given that man a chance. Like, it's okay to hold yourself accountable, forgive yourself, and know that you'll do better in the future. But to hold yourself to a place of, I don't deserve better now, or I can't do better now, or I'm stuck in this place and I have to stay here in my life, that is not okay. And we do not have to accept that. God has called us to so much more, and he has so much more for his daughters. I heard someone recently say, like, God is a girl daddy, and if you see how God is with women in the Bible, he's so soft and he's so caring, and he is so he's coming to them. And so I just want moms, single moms, moms doing it on your own, to really take in that mindset, like, God is my provider. God can allow me to live life exceedingly abundantly above all that I could have asked, thought, or imagined. God can allow my children, my child, to thrive. With God, all things are possible, right? And so I just want to be an encouragement to single moms. And the thing about it is, to be very honest with you, I don't identify myself as a single mom. Like, yes, I am a mom that's single, that is doing it on her own, but I don't want that to become a name that is like, that's who you are. No, I'm a daughter. I'm a daughter first and foremost. I am who God says I am. And so that's not something that I'm just walking around with a badge of, oh, I'm a single mom. But I am a mom that's single. I am a mom that is doing it on my own, but not really, because I lean and depend on God for everything. And he has never failed us. And no one gets to speak into what our life will look like or where God can take us, because I've seen him do it time and time again. Literally, as we sit here in Malaysia, on a trip and getting to experience so many different things in life, but only God has made that possible. When I say we've been all over the world, he's had some of the most amazing experiences. And that doesn't take away my desire that one day God will bring me a husband. One day God will bring me a partner who will want to step up for my son. And I believe that will be the case. But in this season, I've been sitting with God and saying, but right now, overall, I want God to know, like, I love who he is for me. I love how he pours into me. And yes, I desire a partner, but I would not allow myself to make that an idol. I do believe, it wasn't meant to be like this. Like, as a single mom, I should never have been doing it on my own, but God. And God has carried us so beautifully. And I want to go deeper into the testimony of all of that. But I just want this page to be an encouragement to women that are single mothers, that are doing it on their own, that may have lost hope, that may feel like they can't go on in this, because you can. And with God, all things are possible. And I want you to hold tightly onto that promise. He cannot fail us. So, I'll be putting out more videos. I want you guys to like, subscribe, come back to see all the videos that I'm putting out. It'll just be like these kind of chats that we can have, also day in the life while we're on this trip, and we'll go some other places. I want you guys to see some of the places we've been, and I just want to be a ray of hope for you guys. And yeah, like, subscribe, and I look forward to doing more videos.